One of the great things about St. Angela Merici was her ability to network with people, to make connections to people, and that's what the Ursuline Sisters have always done, walk with people. Not ahead of them, as if they're always in charge, not behind them, just following wherever they go. They walk with them.
The influence in particular is staggering sometimes, that there are generations of folks walking around the valley and all over the country and beyond who have been educated by the sisters or impacted by them in some other way, maybe in a hospital situation or in a parish.
The Ursuline Sisters didn't simply add themselves to the city or the neighborhood they served. They became an essential part of it.
Can we imagine Youngstown without Catholic education? Can we imagine it without ministry to single mothers? Can we see Youngstown without the ministry to those suffering from HIV and AIDS? A ministry that when it was started in the early 90s, no other nonprofit wanted to touch.
Actually, Sister Patricia McNicholas, I'd have to look at our ages, but she wasn't that much older than us when she was teaching us religion. She was in her 20s, and we were still in high school. Opening this house for all of us, it was kind of like just a religious community for us.
I was from northern Trumbull County, so I never had that history of going to Catholic school here or really being able to experience all that they had to offer. Seeing the values lived out through the sisters and seeing them work directly with clients, but also from an administrative capacity, I've seen the way they deliver services, and I think that that's what sets us apart.
The sisters do a really good job at acknowledging the gifts that they see in you. So at that time, I was going through a lot of changes in my academic career, and I had decided to study education. And as soon as they found that out, they knew exactly ways to get me involved. And I immediately started seeing needs in the community that I didn't even know were there.
So I started volunteering for the after-school tutoring program when I was in high school for the immigrant outreach program. I think working with the associates and getting to know the sisters and a lot of the associates on a deeper level, it's exciting to see that there are still groups of people who are dedicated to the missions of the Ursuline Sisters and are passionate about them.
Growing up, a kid, who did suffer from a lot of anxiety, who was pegged to be a lot of different things. They never gave up on me. They never used that as a definition to judge me, and that was all, made possible by, Sister Norma, and God rest her soul, Sister Betty Schuster, who really came together to bring music into the schools. And I've been able to tour the world my entire life for almost 25 years, and it all started in that small little basement at Immaculate Conception, me playing the tuba and the flute.
The emphasis is really on hospitality, compassion, and personalism. We do evening meals 3 nights a week right now, currently Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. We offer showers for people in need once a week on Wednesday afternoons. I was always impressed with the trust that they had in people, and myself too. As someone that was 18 years old, to ask them to come on board and be a part of what they were doing, whether it was at the Mother House or whether it was working with the kids program, I think so oftentimes it's easy to discount people that are young or inexperienced or might not have credentials. And sometimes we ourselves discount ourselves from that. We're like, oh, we're not going to accept an invitation because of those things.
It's just been a blessing beyond measure to have been near them and seen how they live the gospel, how they help those who don't seem to have a lot of power and are able to elicit support from those who do. They are always forward looking. You're celebrating 150 years, so there is a legacy, but they're always looking forward to see how do we serve in the future.
I'm originally from Youngstown. I went to Ursuline Preschool, St. Charles. I went to Mooney, so Catholic schools my whole life. I came back in 2019 when I started working for Briarfield. It's a whole nother thing to be able to care for these women who have been such an integral part of our community, especially the Catholic community in this area. With the assisted living, they get to stay together. They get to stay here in their home. I'm hopeful that it'll kind of bring a new avenue of service for the sisters, but it also will provide them a home that they can serve the community in a different way.
The Ursulines are growing more and more. Changes that I thought that I would never see, no matter what your background is, no matter what your religion is. They actually open their arms and welcome everyone from every part of the station of their life, because it's more about not us, but the community.
Bringing in a lot of younger people creates a lot of fresh new ideas that could just better the Ursuline Sisters and in future years to make it bigger and better.
As we became more involved with the Ursuline Sisters, we started to go out in the community more
and see just all the work they do with vast majority of numbers. And it's issues that plague this community, but communities all over. And so wherever I go, I have obtained, skills to help people.
I met Sister Norma and she got me involved with the tutoring program. So I started tutoring kids after school, and then I just stuck with it and started with the summer camp. Being involved in this is really amazing. It's giving me opportunities. I'm really proud to be a part of it. I definitely recommend, if you have the time and you would really be passionate about helping these kids and being involved in the community, it's really great.
I started with the Ursuline Sisters as an immigrant to learn English. They were a second family for me who helped me to learn, and they take care of my daughters while I'm learning. And then I enrolled in college to pursue a degree in accounting. I want to be in a place where I can help anyone who needs the help. To me, I will never forget all of them.
St. Angela was known for seeking the third way, often two choices. It's this choice or this choice. And oftentimes, neither choice is good. So how do you find a third way?
It's trying to speak for those who cannot or are unable to speak for themselves.
They have done such a great job at building this community of associates, and as we grow, we continue to seek out more people.
As priests, as lay people, as volunteers, as associates, young, old, it doesn't matter. I think we have to do our very best to take what the Ursuline Sisters have taught us and teach others.
Lay people who know what the gospel is because of the Ursuline Sisters of Youngstown, and who can go live that on their own.
It's an opportunity to involve yourself in causes that you feel passionate about with other people who have had these established passions.
I still do performances, professional performances, and now, my mission right now is to really serve the community like they serve me. So I want to be like them.
As one of the sisters, especially Sister Kathleen, I could remember her always saying, each day that we wake up, there is always hope.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It has been the great joy of our lives to be of service and to be one with you here in this greater Youngstown area. We hope that you will continue to live lives of faith, hope, and love with your families, with your co-workers, and with all those that you meet.